Hello, friends, countrymen. Lend me your ears. It is I, host Eric, and Rachel will be here shortly.
Yes.
Together, we're live streaming tonight under the name Talking with Famous People, the internet television program that never always constantly disappoints. Tonight's episode is called The Synchronicity Blues. Because that's what I feel like I have right now. The Synchronicity Blues. Everything's falling oddly neatly into place in a variety of ways. And, well, we just had dinner with a pair of another couples. Two more couples, and it was Rachel's birthday and my friend Dave Porter's birthday. So we went out, me, Rachel, Dave, Natalie, Cameron, and Kara, and we had dinner here at this hotel. And did quite a bit of chatting, you know.
Yeah.
But then at the end, Rachel said she found it kind of sad because it was like, goodbye, you're moving away now kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I feel a certain amount of sadness too, but more I feel like impatience.
Oh my gosh, I feel that too.
I feel a lot of impatience. I'm really ready for this process to be over.
God.
And it could not have gone any faster.
No.
That's the crazy thing, is we called somebody to sell the house in Arcadia in November at some time, and it's now January, and we've sold and bought a house as of Friday/Monday or Tuesday. So that's as fast as it can possibly go.
Yeah.
And yet I am torturously ready for it to be over.
I don't blame you.
All the Berlin hand, sup with you. I mean, it's not been easy on Rachel either, you know. The whole thing is probably hitting me more punishingly in my attentional stack than you, a little bit,
A
because
little bit, but
your SI is super unconscious. But it's really the same three areas, right? TE, SI, and SE.
yeah.
And that's neither of our strong suits. So, and I guess maybe you're just handling it with better grace than I throw a lot of tantrums.
Yeah, but I mean, they're totally justified tantrums. Moving is very stressful.
It's more stressful than watching TV.
It's yeah.
So anyway.
And we get the cats. Yeah.
Cats have made things exceedingly difficult at times, but
We love them.
yeah. I wasted my day. I spent hours doing something I thought would be productive, but it was a total bust. I'm mad at myself, kind of sad, kind of defeated. You got the Synchronicity Blues.
Oh.
No Jimmy Blaze. It's not. It goes like this. I got the Synchronicity Blues. Synchronicity, synchronically will do. synchronicity stuff like synchronizing you and me in perfect synchronicity. That's how it goes.
I like that.
I just made it up. Anyway, the Synchronicity Blues happens when you're at the tail end of something that's mostly withered away, for example, is what I'm experiencing right now. At the tail end of a life in Los Angeles that stretched most of 50 years. I have lived elsewhere, but not for that long. And I'm really ready to go. And this process of doing a real estate deal has made that 100 times more so. It's like every thing I do around here now, and have been doing for the last couple of months, it makes me miserable. So obviously I hate this place now. I hate Los Angeles. I don't want to be here at all. And I'm ready to go start a new life someplace else and be done with this whole storyline that begins with Rachel arriving and me at the same time at my parents' house and ends with us arriving in Mariposa.
Yeah, it does.
It's been a long journey from start to where we are now, and I'm very, very ready for it to be over, but it's not quite, and that's a little frustrating. Let me turn this.
It is.
Do you want to be on camera or
Yeah,
doing it on
sure.
purpose? There she is,
Hello.
looking lovely as always.
Oh, thank you. I think you look lovely too.
Thanks, that's because I went to the beauty parlor.
Oh, the beauty parlor.
Hmm.
How fancy.
I had my hair did, I had my fingers did,
Uh-huh.
I had my toes did.
Your toes did?
I did. I had them all done clear though. That's why you can't see
Oh, that's
anything.
why I can't see it.
They're all
Oh.
clear. It does say GWF3. It's just these my glasses make it kind of. Yeah. This W is like this. So I know that feeling of being kind of sad, kind of defeated, kind of mad at yourself. I felt that earlier today when I got Adderall and was ready to do a bunch of shit and then couldn't even get the cat to the bed successfully. And anyway,
It's
Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
And that means, like, a lot of the stuff I wanted to try to do, if places are closed, you know, I couldn't get in touch with a cat boarding place.
They were closed?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that people.
I mean, I'm sure they have somebody there, like, just watching, making sure the cats are okay or something, but they're not open for dealing with customers. No, it's already her birthday. Today is her birthday, 16th, not 17th.
It's my Saturn return? I thought my Saturn return already. I think when I was like 30 or something.
What planet do I get? Joe Media. I want a planet too. Why does Rachel get Saturn and I don't get any planet? Why did you never hear about people talking about their Earth?
Right? They totally disregard Earth. Well, except for like making it an element.
It's also a planet though.
Yeah.
A planet of restrictions. Saturn is the planet of restrictions.
Yes, it is.
They have a lot of restrictions on Saturn.
Yeah.
Like, you may not bring in fruit from another planet. You may not open a barber shop without a license.
Yeah, it is today.
Capricorns are conservative. A longtime best buddy of mine started up a relationship with someone who moved across the street, and I get the sense that the friendship is coming to an end.
That's tough.
Well, is it because you don't get along with his new girl?
Right, because if the relationship is healthy, the relationship that your friend is in is healthy, he should be able to still.
Yeah, but if it's new, they're going to be
right.
really caught up in each other.
If it's new, they are going to be caught up in each other.
What planet does Taurus represent?
Venus. It shares
Venus.
Oh.
I'm the Venus de Milo, except I have 2 arms.
Oh! Yes, you are.
I'm as sultry as the Venus de Milo and as 2-armed as another person. I got it all going on.
Yeah, you do.
I got 2 arms, 2 legs.
2 arms, 2 legs.
I got a torso. What did you do for your birthday, Rachel?
We just had dinner with 2 other couple friends of ours, Dave Porter and his our wife.
His woman.
His woman, Natalie, and then Cameron and his girlfriend Kara. And Natalie. Dave Porter shares the same birthday as me. Not year, but same day.
Dave just turned 55. So, he's a little bit more than 3 years older than me. He's 3 and a quarter, 3 and a third years older than me. Did you get a cake? You had apple pie.
Yeah, I had apple pie instead.
And, no, there were no candles. We didn't bother telling the waiter that there were birthday people because why bother with that?
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, we're not at TGI Fridays.
Yeah, it was more subtle of a celebration than that.
Yeah, no, but none of the people drink alcohol.
Thank you, Show Media. Yeah, I didn't know that Kara doesn't drink.
Well, she might drink occasionally, but it's like she's not a drinker, you know.
Yeah.
Natalie might occasionally drink too. How old are you now, Rachel?
I am 38.
38.
Yep. We're gonna get Eric a t-shirt that says
She's 38.
I think that's such a funny idea. I'm so down for that.
I get it.
You turned 39 in March? Go you! Are you Aries or Pisces? Piscean.
She's 38 is a pretty good name for a band.
Yeah, that is a good name for a band.
I'm ruled by Pluto. The Disney character? Or the planet? Pluto, also known as Chiron. Is it also known as Chiron? Oh, both. Okay. I'm ruled by Goofy.
Ooh, you are ruled by Goofy.
My phone's making a noise. Let's find out what it is. Let me fix that first. That was a butt a butt accident.
So with Jimmy Blaze and the friendship thing, it's always tough when you have like camaraderie with someone because they're single too, and you're kind of like you do buddy stuff together.
You make buddy cop movies.
You what?
You make buddy cop movies.
Exactly, buddy cop movies. Thank you.
I suspect that, you know, the thing is, the last few years, except for having each other, have been very difficult for both of us. You know, living with my dad in my dad's house was not easy. And, certainly not an easy way to start a relationship. But if you're with the right person, it doesn't really matter. You go through your various shit together, and it doesn't seem to impact your relationship much. I got a little snippy with Rachel at some point today, on a couple of occasions maybe, but
well, like it was kind of a crazy morning.
yeah, I was frustrated.
Well, understandably so.
That's the most difficult part of this whole process, is just the continual procession of marching bands full of frustrations.
Yeah. Like, we can't really plan, I feel, because
Right, we can't, because we still don't even know. It's conceivably possible that we can close same day up there on Friday. And we cannot predict when escrow, like when the money will, like the earliest it could be done here would be like 10 a.m. We don't know if it's going to be one of those early ones or not, because LA County has a system where they constantly rotate the order of escrow companies so they get to take turns being first. So we have no idea when it's going to come in. It's probably not going to come in right first thing in the morning, but if it does, It turns out if we get it up to Mariposa by noon, that it's conceivable we could have a same day close and be able to move in on Saturday. So,
But we don't know.
but we don't know, and I don't like the song Hotel California either.
It's very long.
I mean, it's a good enough song conceptually, like it's got a good hook or whatever, but it's as played out as anything in the history of the world. And like Rachel said, it's too long. He's whining about the fact that it's such a lovely place.
You think that Don Henley has a whiny voice? Right, that's who sings it from? Yeah.
I don't know.
I believe it's Don Henley.
Don Henley. Who's the other guy in that group that's famous?
The guitarist guy. Joe.
It's the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
Who wrote that song? I can't hide your lying eyes.
That's a good question. I'll look it up.
That guy's from the Eagles. Joe Walsh wrote that?
Joe Walsh, yes.
I like that song.
It is good.
What about, what was Joe Walsh in the Eagles? The cheating side of town.
Let me see.
I don't think it was him either. I think it was the same guy who wrote After the Boys of Summer Are Gone.
Glenn Lewis Frey and Don Hugh Henley.
Glenn Fry.
Yeah.
Interesting. Neither of those names are the names I expected. Boys of Summer, that's a good song.
Yeah, Boys of Summer is a good song.
Whether do you like any Radiohead songs? I mean,
I do.
I'll play Creep on the guitar occasionally. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.
I like 2 + 2 = 5.
God bless you too, show media. God bless us everyone. We were talking at dinner about the Rolling Stones. Dave's quite a Rolling Stones fan, so I was asking him what's like his favorite Stones song, and he said "Rocks Off." I guess the Rolling Stones have a song called "Rocks Off."
I've never even heard of it.
As in the expression "get your rocks off."
Yeah.
Anyway, I never heard of it either. I'm curious to listen to it. And he said "Exile on Main Street" is his favorite album. Oh, it was the opening track on "Exile on Main Street." I was thinking, I didn't say it at dinner, but really Frank Black's best stuff, his very best stuff, is the Pixies' very first EP.
Mm.
It starts with Caribou.
Oh,
It's got
Caribou.
Added Dead on it. It's got Isla de Encanta. It's got some other good songs too. That and it's a great EP. You can listen to it like on repeat for quite some time before you get sick of it. Come On Pilgrim, I guess, is they. No, I guess that's the one after it. I guess before Come On, I think it was called Ed Is Dead, the EP, but I think they included it on Come On Pilgrim or something. I don't remember exactly how that worked. But that EP is quite brilliant, and there's some other good Pixie stuff, but the later it gets, the worse they get, and then Frank Black, same thing. You know.
Mm.
Like Gigantic's a great song.
Yeah, that is a great song.
When the Pixies successfully incorporated Kim Deal's singing, shit really came together and popped, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Kaufman, friendly word. Andy Kaufman, friendly word? What type is that guy? Andy Kaufman? I don't know. I'm not sure. Hi, Boba Fett. I don't know if it has River Euphrates, Cactus, Bone Machine, Gigantic, so some of those on the full length debut. Kim Deal was so important to Pixies. Yeah, well, he was a constipated INTP. I would suggest he would be more likely to have been an INFP or an ENFP. I'm not sure.
Who?
Andy Kaufman.
Oh, Andy Kaufman. Oh.
But I really don't know. I haven't thought about it a whole lot. You know, I'm not actually a huge Andy Kaufman fan.
I don't know.
He had a couple of funny ideas.
Was he on SNL?
He hosted it at least once.
Okay.
Is Ben Shapiro INTP? I think Ben Shapiro is either an ENTP or possibly an ESTJ, but probably an ENTP. Which, if you were to pronounce it, sounds like this. INT.
Int.
His birthday, January 17th, same as Jim Carrey, who played him.
Oh, that's interesting.
he was a cast member. He was voted off the show by the audience. They had a poll and people were canceling for wrestling women.
Wow.
I think it's pretty funny that he wanted to be the intergender champion. He had some pretty crazy ideas. I mean, some of them were funny, some of them were just too, like, endurance art. I think he read, well, it might have been The Great Gatsby one time out loud. Like, people came to his comedy show and he just read The Great Gatsby out loud.
And that's like not a funny book. Ugh.
And, there's a lot of people who are into this kind of endurance art shit, you know, trying to be all arty, but they forget that entertain me first, you know. The one about the mysterious stranger in town. Once upon a time, there was a mysterious stranger in town. Everybody said, "Hey, who's that guy?" And everybody else said, "He's the mysterious stranger. Where did he come from? Where is he staying? Where will he go next?" None of these questions had any answers. The end. I called that story The Mysterious Stranger in Town.
That's pretty mysterious.
Yeah.
I would be pretty upset if I went to a comedy place expecting to see comedy and then have someone read out a book instead.
I think he invited them to come to his house for milk and cookies afterwards as well.
So odd. Milk and cookie.
Everybody thought Kaufman was going to do his character from the show Taxi, but instead he just starts reading Gatsby. I think the whole audience out for milk and cookies.
That is so strange. I'm not sure.
I mean, he must have had a very lactose tolerant audience.
Yeah. And like, I wonder how many people stayed for the whole thing.
I mean, I wonder if after a little while you start getting into The Great Gatsby.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like come on.
You're like an audio book,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, old sport, huh?
What happens at the end of that book anyway? I forget.
Should I mean, it's not like this book is 100 years old, so it's not like I'm spoiling anything. Do you want to know what happens?
Yeah.
Okay, so Daisy Buchanan, the love interest of Jay Gatsby, is married, and she has an affair with Gatsby while being married, but her husband is constantly cheating on her, so she doesn't feel bad about it. Her husband, Daisy Buchanan's husband, catches wind, like, this Gatsby guy just rubs me the wrong way. I'm gonna look into him. And the husband invites over Jay Gatsby for like brunch or breakfast or something. And Daisy goes nuts and she's like, "Oh, it's so hot. we have to go into the city. Let's just go into the city. So they go into New York City, and Tom Buchanan, Daisy Buchanan's husband, confronts Jay Gatsby. Oh my gosh, it's just so much. So he confronts Jay Gatsby and's like, look, I looked into you, and you're a bootlegger. Daisy, do you want to be with him? He's a bootlegger. And Jay Gatsby's like, Daisy, tell him that you've never loved him. Tell him what you've told me. Tell him. And she's like, oh, I can't deal with it. I love both of you. And he goes, so there's like this tension in the room, and Daisy's all riled up, and they decide to go home. They decide to go back to Long Island. But on the way home, they take two separate cars. And Jay and Daisy go in one car, and Tom and Nick and Jordan go in another car. And Tom, Nick, and Jordan find out that there was a lady hit. There was a hit and run. And the husband of the woman who got hit and run thinks that Jay Gatsby killed his wife, but it was actually Daisy driving the car. Daisy's the one who killed the wife, but it doesn't matter. Like, he's in, like, the husband of the wife who got killed is so distressed that he goes to Jay Gatsby's house, shoots him, shoots himself, and Daisy and Tom like take off. They leave. Nothing happens. No consequences. And like the main character, who's the narrator, is basically like, I lost all respect for New York, for the wealthy, and he moved back to the Midwest. That's the end of the story.
I see.
It's a sad story.
It is a sad story.
Yeah.
They should have, instead of having her run over that lady, they should have had her give that lady a donkey.
They should have. It got all messed up because she ends up hitting them. So the girl that Daisy hits is the mistress of her husband.
Oh, she ran him over. Ran her over, huh?
Yep.
Did she do it on purpose?
No, not on purpose. We think, as the audience, we think that she has no idea.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's in it, huh? I didn't know Snoop Dogg made a cameo on The Great Gatsby.
Oh, wow.
They're on their yacht, they're smoking blunts.
Yeah.
Doing the Charleston rap music.
You know, it was interesting because the latest movie adaptation of The Great Gatsby has some Jay-Z tracks on it.
Does it?
Yeah. People complain. They're like, if you're gonna have a movie about the Roaring '20s, you might as well have like some jazz in there.
Gatsby snaps at Tom when he's confronted about his shady past. And Gatsby is God because of the lavish parties he has. But when he becomes violent, his reputation is ruined because now he's common. Wouldn't want to be common.
Nope. In fact, to Gatsby, being common was the worst thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What did he consider common? Is it poor or what? Or just boring?
I think poor.
Hmm.
Because he lost, like, he was in the war and he meets Daisy like years before, like 5 years before they meet again, and her dad warns her, like, rich girls don't marry poor boys.
Hmm. I see.
So she doesn't wait, even though she tells Gatsby, I'll wait for you. She doesn't. She marries Tom instead because Tom comes from old money.
Oh. Well, that sounds like rather a cynical book.
It really fucking is. It's so cynical. That's why I listen to it so much, because I'm like, I can't get my brain around it sometimes.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Really?
Gatsby started from the bottom, and I mean, he was a bootlegger. So.
Day of the Locust is another good book from that time period by Nathaniel West, not by Fitzgerald. But Nathaniel West was like a hot shot young writer at the same time Fitzgerald was, but died in a drunk driving crash at like 28 or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I gotta smoke a cigarette over there.
Okay. Did any of you guys see the Great Gatsby movie from 2013 with Leonardo DiCaprio? It's not exactly the same as the book, um, but what'd you guys think of it? Um, I liked it. I thought they did a pretty good job. Like, I didn't love all of it. I didn't really like that they had modern music in it. I didn't think that was necessary. But I understand, like, why they did it that way. You didn't like Daisy, or you didn't like the? See, I don't think that she did a great job of Daisy, because Daisy, I think, is more bubbly of a character. But what I did think that they got right was that she's sad looking. So Daisy Buchanan is supposed to be sad, a pretty girl who's sad looking. So I think the actress who played her looked sad. Like, she did a good job of portraying, like, a sad look on a rich person's face. But I thought it was an odd choice. I think Leo was a good choice for Gatsby, though. Um, Jimmy really says, I saw it. I'm not a big Baz Luhrmann fan, but it's fine. And Luhrmann is why he always puts modern music. Oh, he did it in Moulin Rouge and the latest Elvis movie. Elvis too? He did? That's so strange. I didn't see the Elvis movie. I probably will at some point, because it's interesting to me. Like, um, Baz Luhrmann, um, stylistically, like, he mixed hound dog with hip hop. That's so strange. I feel like that Hound Dog did not need to be remixed with hip hop, but like you said, Jimmy Blaze, that's what he's known for. Baz Luhrmann is known for that. You think you would have made a good Gatsby show media? Do you like planning parties for girls who aren't interested in you? What's your favorite thing? Honestly, some of it's so relatable, like the scene where in the book, in the movie, where Jay finally sets up the meeting between him and Daisy, and Jay Gatsby's like just so nervous, like she's not gonna come. This is so stupid. Why am I doing this? This is so dumb. She's not gonna make it. She's just gonna reject me. And Nick Carraway's like, you're blowing things out of proportion. Like, I used to get that nervous over things, like set my expectations really high and then be like, oh my gosh, it's not gonna happen. Like, this is, I'm setting myself up for failure. Like, that scene's really relatable to me because Gatsby, you know, wants to revive things with Daisy, because he has this obsession with her, and he almost doesn't believe that she would have any interest in meeting up with him, even though she doesn't know that. It's a secret. But one of the great lines that Nick says is like, I wouldn't count on Daisy. She's, you know, something along the lines like, I wouldn't count on Daisy. She's like, you know, she's just a person, basically. Like, yeah, like I wouldn't count on her too much. Like, she's almost saying like she's a flake. Like, I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket. But Jimmy Blaze, how do you relate to Gatsby? Like, do you find that like you would want to recreate your whole life for like the girl of your dreams? So sad. That fucking, it's such a sad and very cynical book.
Well,
Quick.
I'm back from outside. Time for a battle between me and show media who would make the best Gatsby. People say Gatsby's an INFJ. I saw somebody say that earlier.
Yeah.
I think he's an ENFJ.
I think he's an ENFJ too, because I don't think an INFJ would be able to throw off those kind of parties.
It's more of an extrovert move.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of chilly in here.
Yeah.
I see that once again. The heater likes to decide what temperature is going to be. So, I'll turn it back down when it gets warmer in here. I'm actually thinking.
Tolliver says, but he doesn't attend the party. Well, because like the parties aren't for him. He doesn't care about the parties. He cares about Daisy, but the parties are organized by him. he's fine at organizing. An INFJ would get so overwhelmed with the details and the people. I don't see him.
Like, hi, why are you people at my house?
Yeah, exactly. And like, why don't you just like go home? I also don't think that an INFJ would like to recreate the past the way that Gatsby wants to recreate the past.
It sounds like he might be kind of an amalgam of different types, you know?
Yeah. Hey, CJ O'Connell. Jimmy Blaze says, but is that why he hides his identity because he's an INFJ? I think that he's an ENFJ more, and he wants to erase his past.
Yeah. ENFJs, they don't like the idea that their identity is tied to what's happened before.
Yeah, and he doesn't want that at all. Like he says his parents are dead, and at the end of the book, his dad is the only person who attends his funeral. So it's like. CJ O'Connor says, yeah, I'm pretty sure Gatsby is throwing the parties mostly just as a way of hoping that Daisy comes through one day. Totally, that's absolutely 100% why he throws the parties. And she goes to the party and she doesn't even have a good time. She doesn't even like the parties. Daisy's like
American literature's first cut.
yeah. I'm paralyzed with excitement. That's like one of her lines. That's her first line in the book. I'm paralyzed with excitement. Do you feel bad for her though? Do you? I mean, yes, you feel bad for her because she's getting cheated on like all the time and she knows about it. That's why she says to Nick, the best thing that a girl can be in this world is a fool. A pretty little fool. And that's what she hopes for her daughter because Daisy knows too much. She knows that her husband cheats with her on the regular, and yeah, she, I guess, puts up with it because she has money in return. So the based Gatsby, says C.J. O'Connell. I like that. Jim Blaze says, even though Daisy sucks, but I'd throw a party to get attention from someone who doesn't suck. Yeah, I get that too. You know, like, that's like, you know, attending a party and hoping to see the person that you have a crush on there.
Sweet urination. I had so much coffee today.
Yeah. That'll definitely make you go pee. Yeah, Carey Mulligan. It is Carey Mulligan who plays Daisy. She's a British actress too, so I feel like some of her understanding of Daisy didn't really translate on film. Like the American flapper girl who has it all, like she looked sad. She definitely had a sad look, but I don't think she totally got the idea. Yeah, the book was much better. The movie is freaking long too. The book is short. The book is only like 170 pages, something like that. The movie is almost 3 hours, I think. They just
Fitzgerald's interesting in part because he successfully wrote both humor and serious stuff.
that's not easy to pull off.
I would say Mark Twain was America's first successful humorist, although he hasn't really aged very well. But Sherwood Anderson was America's first serious writer, successfully serious writer. And then came the era of Nathaniel West, Fitzgerald, Hemingway. A couple of other writers at the time, you know. Names I don't remember. But Jack London comes to mind as well. He was kind of like between Sherwood Anderson and Fitzgerald. He was a good story writer. And then the America's first great essayist slash opinion writer. It is synchronicity. Synchronous. It is synchronous that we are both dreaming about synchronicity.
That's weird. That is funny.
Who is she? What she are we referring to? Daisy is more likable in the book, in my opinion. Oh, that's why Carrie Mulligan sucks now. Oh, because she's all political about shit when she should be just making a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, because even when in the movie Drive, she doesn't talk much. She doesn't have many lines at all. And she's the main character in it. She just has a sad face. She does have a sad face. She really does.
Did she have one of those big sad clown frown makeups on?
That would give it away.
So anyway, we finished dinner and decided to live stream for a little bit. I think we'll probably wrap it up pretty soon here. You know, it's coming up on 11 p.m. and I'm more tired than I felt earlier. Safe sex, wrap it up. Well, Rachel and I have safe sex by being in a monogamous relationship. Where we don't have to worry about diseases entering the fray. We still have to worry about pregnancy.
Drive is good. It's violent, but it's good.
Well, it's also never free when I look it up on Xfinity. Huh.
It used to be on Netflix. For a while, it was on Netflix.
I have a feeling it would be free
Oh.
now though than it is.
Oh, that's good.
Huh.
Yeah, check it out.
Amazing 100. It's on Tubi now.
Oh, that's good. That's synchronicity.
Yeah. Let's all synchronize our watches. I've got 10:58 p.m.
I got 10:58 p.m. too.
All right, our watches are synchronized.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's wrap this up.
Okay.
I've got a little bit of important business in mind before sleeping time. Important business, private important business, of privacy nature,
Privacy nature.
involving our respective privacies. Yeah. So, let's get ready to rumble. Okay. Anyhow, have a great evening, everybody. Thanks for being here. I know this stream was shorter than usual, but we still managed to make an hour. Nighty-night to you as well. Remember, nighttime is the time for sleeping.